Look at those. Oh man, and they smell beautiful too. These guys right here, the little white ones. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. Right here at the bottom of the sunflower bush. You find so many neat things out here. Isn't it gorgeous? Excuse me. I thought I'd share with you about the narcissists. I do know why they know when you're onto them, how they figure that out. It's because they're really good at reading a room too. They're really good at it. They're great at reading a room. That's because they have gone through the childhood traumas that that helped them to be very intuitive. There were always dangers lurking around every corner, and they got used to sussing it out, as did you. You know, if you say there were no traumas in my life, you know, even a divorce can traumatize a child highly. But I didn't realize quite the extent of my family traumas, excuse me, until I started looking. Oh my gosh, it was insane. There was pedophiles and narcissists all around me growing up. They were everywhere. In my own family, it was crazy. And that right there is how I believe I became so intuitive, psychic even, because I didn't realize, because I suppressed and repressed so many traumas. And being the good Capricorn Aquarius I am, I stuck them in a drawer in my head, and I closed the drawer and I never opened it, and I didn't know they were there. Pluto came into my ascendant, and and it was during my Saturn return, and they took all the drawers and dumped them out and left them on the floor and left me sitting there to pick it all up. And when I was picking it all up, I was looking at it going, oh man, where did that come from? Oh my, where did that come from? You know, I don't remember that ever happening. Oh my goodness. And I started looking at all these things that I didn't know were there. And of course I cried for days and days and days. And then I started looking at my life and the people in it. I was terrified what I found. Just terrified at the amount of sickness in my family. You know, and I had to run screaming, of course. I never looked back. I'll never talk to those people again, my family or anybody else in my family. I mean, nobody, not distant cousins or anything. It's that bad. And the minute you find out about them, they know that you know. And that's because they're as psychic or intuitive as you are. And the smear campaign will already be going on. It's like that thing, it goes like wildfire the minute they know you know. And that's the minute you know, they know. So I'm sorry I keep laughing. It's a nervous laugh. I don't know why I do that, but it's not funny. It is nowhere near funny. If I don't laugh, I'll cry though, you know? That's just all there is to that. That's exactly how that's going down. Because if I don't laugh, I will seriously cry. And I'm trying to educate people because I don't want you to wait until you're 60 years old to open the closet and see what's in there. You know? If you can find out earlier, when you're younger, you won't have to start your life over at age 62, you know? I've started my life over so many times. And that was because of the smear campaigns and the narcissists that were sabotaging me behind my back. I've had to start my life over so many times. But I never thought that I'd have to do it this last time. It hurts like a bitch, let me tell you. I don't want that to happen to you. It's hard. It's hard when you realize that everything you have is contingent on one narcissist or another, you know? Your home and your family and everything, it's gone again. I mean, again. I can't tell you how many times this has happened to me. I've lost more than you'll ever know. I was scapegoated by my own family. And if you don't know what that is, it's what I'm going to be educating you on in these videos. Let me share a little something with you. I was, my ex-narcissist had died, and I was trauma bonded, so I was in a lot of pain. And my family was saying, well, you didn't like him anyways, you know, but they didn't realize how badly the trauma bond affects someone. You know, it's worse than a death. It's way worse than a death. You know, to know that these people did this to you intentionally is more than I could stomach. And they just discounted my feelings entirely. And then they told me that they were all going to Las Vegas for my parents' wedding anniversary, 65th. And I needed to stay home and feed my brother's cats. And I kept walking in the room and they were talking, and I was wondering what was going on. And I found out they were planning it behind my back. So, if your family, and then you go looking through everyone's Facebook, because you never go on Facebook and you find out they do this every year, take a vacation without you. And even invite your kids but never invite you. Then you might realize that you have been scapegoated. It's pretty sad. But it's what happened to me. And if my experience can help you at all, I want you to be fearless. Look at it right in the face. But don't, please don't accuse them of scapegoating you. They will never see it. They'll never see it your way. That's never going to happen. You got to get that out of your head. You can't ever have them see what they did to you. It's traumatizing. What I needed to do was heal myself, you know? Look at it, go through it, feel the pain and the anger and the resentment. Then you gotta ask God to take it from you. Take it from your soul, because you can't live with it. You cannot live with that kind of torment in your soul. You can try. You can go through 4 or 5 years. Sooner or later, you got to give it to God or something. But you got to let it go. And it hurts like a bitch. Sometimes you just want to play the victim, but you can't, because that only hurts you. Let them be the victims. They usually are anyway. They're the ones who look at you and say you did something, but that's actually what they did to you. Remember that. They're like narcissists. I know it's a sick family dynamic, and it turns out my whole family were narcissists, but that's just the breaks. You know, you got to get over it. It took me a long time. You know, especially at this age. It was pretty. It was pretty crazy. I'm going down a huge hill. I'm having fun. Having a great day. Made a lot of videos. More to come. Talk to a counselor. Make sure that they know what scapegoating or family scapegoating abuse is. FSA. Make sure that they know what that is. Make sure they know what that is. Don't just ask them if they know what it is. You know, you really got to dig into the therapist or counselor or doctor, and ask them how many cases you've handled, and that kind of stuff, because it's very important that you get the right counselor. If they don't understand what they're dealing with and what you dealt with, that could be even more traumatizing, sorry to say. So it's very important that you get the right therapist. So definitely check them out. I hope that your recovery is swift. Just know that you are loved. There's a lot of us going through this. And when you're healed or when you're ready, share your story. Because it'll help someone else. Anyway, if no one ever told you lately that they love you, I love you. Have a good day. Bye.